Welcome to Small Town Big Mouths Podcast, where our three hosts will be unraveling tales about dating and life in general that will have you laughing, nodding your head, and even cringing in sympathy. So sit back, buckle up, and get ready for the ride.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Small Town Big Mouths Podcast. This is your host, Nikki, your one and only bartender.
And this is Amber, your one and only copycat.
And this is Misty, making it rain. And I have my favorite guest here. Oh my gosh. Our first guest, Athena, goddess of gossip, is joining us today. Episode 5. Welcome, Athena.
Thank you so much. I love how you say my favorite guest. I'm your only guest. your only guest ever.
You're the one I thought of.
Oh my God, thank you.
Right?
Yeah, when Misty texted me, I'm like, because I've been hearing about your podcast and your intros. I'm like, this sounds so freaking cool. And then Misty texted me. I'm like, oh, I'm so honored.
I'm honored
so
to
this
have
is
you.
awesome. Thank you.
It's nice meeting you, Athena.
Nice to meet you guys too. And I'm actually learning a lot. They're all your stuff, like your equipment and your microphones. I've been in the radio and the TV business for so long, and you have to be at that place. This is very mobile and very cool. Yeah. So I'm actually learning a lot already.
Thank you.
It's
and
really
with that
cool.
being said, I think just so our audience knows, your background. Give us a little bit about your background.
So I was on the radio for years. Let's see, I'm in my 50s. So ever since I've been 18, I went to college in Boston. We had a really good college radio station that was like in 3 different states. So I was on that. I traveled like everywhere. I've been on the radio in Boise, Idaho, New York City, New Orleans, Santa Rosa, Las Vegas, Fresno, twice actually. I was on the air in Fresno. We got let go, moved to a bunch of places, came back. And now I'm a pharmaceutical rep, and then I do radio and TV and this kind of stuff on the side.
And now you're in Riverstone.
I'm in Riverstone. By the way, I've always wanted to see a house in Riverstone. This place is like, there's thousands of homes here.
Yeah.
And I've driven by going, it kind of reminds me of Las Vegas, the neighborhoods outside of the Strip.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I love having you. So we have some fun things kind of that we're going to start off with. Obviously, our audience, you guys are getting this at the beginning of December. We're going into Christmas and the holidays. And I just like to break the ice. And especially Nikki and Amber don't really know you as well as I know you. So I'm going to start with Amber. Give her a little shout out question. Let's talk.
Athena, are you ready for this?
Yes, Amber.
I want to see if your favorite toy is my favorite toy.
What are you talking about?
What was your
It doesn't
favorite-
vibrate.
I was just going to say, if you're asking me like growing up or now, because I do.
Your voice was super sexy with
I
it.
do have a rabbit.
Oh,
That's the best one.
The rabbits are awesome.
But no, the real question is, what was your favorite childhood toy?
Okay, childhood toy. That's a really good question. I had a baby, and I forgot the name of it. I'm older than you guys. It might have been like Baby Can Walk, because I've always wanted babies. Like, even as a little girl, I'm like, I want to be a mom.
And then you're a mom so late in life. That's so crazy,
Isn't
right?
it weird? And so this baby, it actually, like, it's kind of a sad story what happened to it. I have 2 favorite toys. One is the baby, and this baby can cry. It had like real tears, and then you could change the diaper. I'd have to Google it. It was in the 70s.
Did you like feed it?
Like Baby Alive.
Baby Alive.
Yes, that's what it was.
Baby Alive.
It was Baby Alive.
I had one. She got worms inside of her because I didn't clean her.
Oh my God.
Oh, gross.
So that was kind of like my story. I left it somewhere and the batteries rotted in the baby. And then
That's why she had to wait to have kids.
Holly Hobbie Oven. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
It was either the Easy Bake.
I had a Holly Hobbie Oven.
Okay,
Yeah.
I loved it, and I was never. But my father was, he is a professional chef, but I was always horrible at it. But I wanted to be like him. Holly Hobbie Oven and Light Brights. Do you guys remember Light Brights?
I love Light Brights.
I loved it too.
This is a crazy story, you guys. I don't know why. So my parents had a restaurant. We lived upstairs. I'm Greek. And I was playing with the Light Brights. Don't ask me why. I was naked playing with the light brights, I burned my vagina. I was 5 or 6 years old. And I go, Mom, I burned my vagina on the light bright. And we had to go to the pediatrician. And I have a little, like to this day, I have like a little scar.
So you're probably
I don't know, I would show it to you, but it's deep in there. I'm not going to show you my labia.
Oh my god.
So you were really standing there doing it.
Or I was like, I was probably sitting Indian style, and I was like playing with the
Super
light
close
bright,
to it.
super close.
Those did get hot.
And remember,
I
they
remember.
got really hot.
Yes.
And I think I was sitting in front of it, and I think one of them was near my
Touched it.
vajayjay,
Yeah.
and I will never forget that pain.
Oh God.
Anyway, so those
That is...
And moving forward,
those were like 3 answers to that. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Baby Alive, Holly Hobbie, and I can't really say Light Bright was my favorite because it burned my vagina. I guess that's my least favorite.
Yeah.
At least
You
we
loved
don't
it. It
want our
just
vagina
loved you
to be
back.
On fire.
No. I mean,
Okay,
I do want it to be on fire, but you know what I mean.
Well, in a
this
good
goes
way.
right into like everything you were saying.
Yeah.
Not obviously that memory, but you said you're Greek, you lived
Yeah.
upstairs. So
Yeah.
you must have some great memories being from a Greek family.
Yes.
What's one of your favorite ones that you can think of?
Yeah, probably when we lived in the restaurant. So I'm glad you said that because
Because I didn't know this about you.
oh
This
my
is great
God.
stuff right here.
So my dad, as I said, my dad's like a professional chef, and we lived in restaurants. So we lived upstairs, this huge restaurant. It had a dinner theater. It was an old tavern. And one of my favorite memories is just
Where was this?
in Connecticut.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Connecticut. My mom is from New York City. She moved to Connecticut to go to high school there, to go to school. Like, I guess when you live in Connecticut, you get a free education, kind of like Fresno and Clovis.
Yeah.
If you live in Clovis, you go to Clovis Community 2 years for free. So she was trying to do
You
that.
do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your
That's what my
kid,
daughter's gonna do.
your
Yeah.
kid goes to Clovis Community for 2 years free. And I'm trying to tell my 16-year-old that now, because we didn't have this in Connecticut. But if you did live in Connecticut a certain, like 1 year,
Wow. Okay.
you get either a huge discount or free.
Didn't know this.
So my mom moved to Connecticut. She met my dad there, and they both ended up dropping out of college and running the restaurant with his parents. And so I was born and raised in this restaurant. And my favorite memory is just like hanging out at the restaurant. My parents were really hard workers. They were hustlers. It was a very busy restaurant. And I just loved at night. We would like go into this booth with my Greek grandparents. and we would just like have a family meal. Me, my brother, my parents, Yaya and Papu. Yaya's Greek, grandmother Papu's Greek. And I just love that. you
Yeah,
know?
that's really cool.
And I miss that because my husband has a couple brothers, and I don't know, we get together for the holidays, but it's not the same. growing
Nothing's
up.
really the same,
No.
right? Nowadays it's just so different.
It is. I had tons of cousins. Like, we don't get together like we used to. I don't know about you guys, if you feel the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about this because our earlier episode, right before you came, we were talking about Thanksgiving and gatherings, right?
Yeah.
And same, it's not like it used to be. Everybody would congregate when I was little.
Yeah.
And I mean, they'd come from out of town.
Yes.
Christmas, it's still going on like that. I see it with Christmas, but not like Easter and Thanksgiving anymore. You know what I mean?
And, like, kids are getting older.
Yeah.
Right? My nephews
I think
are older
and
now.
gas prices, just,
Oh
everything.
my God.
I mean,
Don't
people-
even get me going on that. I am very, very blessed. I'm a pharmaceutical rep with a company car and a gas card. And when my coworkers complain, I'm like, don't you dare. People don't have a company car. They don't have insurance. They don't have a gas card. I am so blessed. And not many people, they have to pay for gas.
Yeah.
The gas prices, Chevron's like $6. So I don't know. People are just not getting together like they used to. And I think it's a bunch of reasons. But I just love getting together at the restaurant every night. That's probably my favorite memory.
I love it.
That's
I love
fun.
it. Go ahead, Nick.
Okay. So, Goddess. May I call you Goddess?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. So, if you had to tell your 12-year-old self something now, what would you tell your 12-year-old self?
Because I'm thinking about all these, I shouldn't say mistakes. We never have regrets, right? Because then we wouldn't be the people that we were
It forms
today.
you, shapes you.
I was thinking more like drinking and being wild and crazy, but at 12, I wasn't drinking yet. Maybe
Maybe you could have told
experimenting.
them.
Yeah, you're Greek. Don't lie.
Your 12-year-old, don't pick up alcohol when you turn
Yes,
21.
right, ever. You know what? I think girls at that
It'll
age,
burn your vagina.
I know. Don't play with life rights. No, you know what it is? 12, and I know you have a daughter, Misty,
Yep.
and I don't know if you guys, do you guys have daughters?
I have a son.
Okay, so I have boys. I don't have a daughter, but do you remember like how mean girls were to each other?
Oh.
Yeah.
I was never mean. I was like more of a pushover. I don't know. I would probably like say, take a deep breath, because these 12-year-old girls that are really mean to you, they're going to be like this when they're older, or maybe don't get, remember we used to get like really mad at like yell at our friends.
Yes.
Even to this day.
Yes.
We're like quick tempered and we get mad. I would say like take a deep breath before you get angry with someone, or like those 12-year-old girls that are being mean, they're going to be back with you again, or they're just going to be like this later on in life. Maybe don't take it to heart.
Yeah.
But that's so 12 is hard. I think it's one of the hardest ages for a girl.
Were you picked on?
A little bit, like
Okay.
at first, like, I remember being new. I was actually 10, but like 10 to 12 are really hard years. And I remember like, and I think we all been through this. I was really popular 1 minute, and then one girl gets mad at you,
Yeah.
and then the whole clique
Yeah.
gets mad at you. Like that kind of picked on.
Then you're on the outside
Like,
of the clique.
Yeah, so like I was cool 1 minute, then on the outside of the clique. But I was always nice to everyone. And then when high school rolled around and those girls, I always forgave them. I didn't forget, but I always forgave them. And I'm like, I can't believe like you actually want to be friends with me when you were so mean in middle school, right?
I have an 11-year-old, so I get it.
A girl.
Well, Athena,
My daughter's crazy
you
now.
became a cool girl though. You became a cool
Thanks, girl.
You did because back then B95 was huge.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! And you were back then. That's what I remember. Athena, the Greek goddess
Of gossip.
of gossip.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was on Star 101.
Star 101.
Yeah,
Okay.
I worked with the guys from B95. I was on Star 101. Then they laid us all off. I moved away. Then I came back and I was on Big Country. And then I was on a Christian radio station, Rock, and then 99.3.
Oh God!
And now TV. But
Man, you're on almost all of them.
I know, it's crazy. The Christian station, that was crazy, like playing songs about God and Jesus. And then the freaking devil. I love Ozzy. I love rock. Can you imagine playing like Toby Mac and then like going to Ozzy the next day?
Yeah.
Right? But I mean, I love all kinds of music. I love it.
But that just goes to show you that no matter, that doesn't mean that's you. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Not that that's not you, but that
Yeah.
was your job.
Exactly.
You weren't just like this holy rolling Christian woman that
Right.
was, oh, I'm sitting at home on a Sunday night. You know, no, you were going to see Ozzy, ripping bats' heads off.
That's right, girl.
Well, and it's just, it's funny. I mean, not funny. How do I put this? Like, even people that go to church, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's this connotation
Yes.
about the congregation.
Yes.
And really, it's like there's a lot of brokenness there. They're real lives. And
Yes.
that's actually why they're attending.
Yes,
a lot of the
1000%.
times, you know what I mean? So, I love that. It's like, just because you're doing a broadcast or you're going there,
Right.
it doesn't
Yeah.
mean it's anything the person you are, right?
I think
Yeah.
non-denominational Christians are so different. They're out drinking and stuff.
Right.
Right? Remember like before, you go to church, you can't drink, you can't do this. I think it's so different now.
Oh, it's so different.
And church
Yeah.
is like cool now. You could wear like whatever you want and flip-flops.
Yeah.
And I think it's changed
When we
so
were
much.
kids, it was like you had to dress up. Your
Right?
mom was in there, let me fix your
Right,
hair. let me-"
Catholic,
Yeah.
even
Are your clothes clean?
Greek Orthodox. I'm Greek
Oh,
Orthodox,
yeah.
and they're still like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And I'll go to church once in a while, but I go to like non-denominational because I don't want to get dressed up. I just want to put on my leggings and flannel and be okay.
You want to
Yeah.
be a part of it, but you don't want to play the part.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, we'd have to dress up. But anyway,
I didn't know you
what
still
the hell
will
we were
go to
just talking
services.
about. Yeah, so I'll go to the Greek Orthodox church once in a while.
Well,
and I'll
now,
go
do you
to-
do anything during the holidays?
Yeah, so for Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving is so different. Well, Thanksgiving's already come and gone, but Christmas, we go to church. We're gonna go to Loma Vista. It's in
Okay.
Clovis. It's very like. Have you guys ever been there?
No.
It's on Shaw and Clovis. It's just very cool. Very, very simple. It looks
Wait,
like a
Shaw and
farmhouse.
Clovis?
No, it's on Shaw in Clovis, heading towards
Oh, okay.
Sanger.
Okay, gotcha,
It's like
gotcha.
Shaw and McCall.
Gotcha.
And it's like, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's like, it looks like a big old barn.
No, but now I wanna go.
It's so cool. So we're going there for Christmas Eve.
Is it like a
Oh.
midnight Or is it like a late?
I think we're going to go like 5 or 6
Okay.
o'clock. And then, but listen though, Christmas is going to be way different this year. Because guess what I'm getting on December 18th? You guys are
I know.
gonna die.
I think I know. And I'm so glad you're going here. Woo! Let's go, girl.
I'm getting a tummy tuck December 18th.
Oh,
So I don't know what's going to happen to me on Christmas. Do you know people that have gone? Because it's Dr. Habazadeh. She used
You're
to.
fucked.
No.
Did you get a tummy tuck?
No.
I've had one.
You've had one.
Yes.
So tell me, like, what is it like? What I mean?
Okay.
I
it's
heard
been,
it's
like,
brutal.
Wait,
and then
it's
I
only
heard-
going to be
years.
7 days. Like it's the 18th, and then 7 days later is she going to be okay to do shit
Am I
in a
gonna-
week?
Yeah.
No.
I told my husband, we're really big Christmas lights. My husband is, you got to come by our house sometime. And I don't mind telling people our address because it's even on maps. 2576 Robertson Clovis. My husband does Christmas lights and music with the
I
Christmas
love
lights.
yeah.
So we're really like big Christmas people. And he knows I'm getting this tummy tuck because he's looked at my stomach and like made faces. And I told him, this is your fault. This is your fault. And I'm like,
So this is your karma now, sir.
yeah. I said, I'm doing it. I already paid for half. I can't back out now.
Oh, it's done.
Unless I decide to do something else. But long story short, we're
You're gonna love it.
prepping right now. I know it's early December. We're prepping for Christmas. We're getting the gifts. We're doing everything.
'Cause you're gonna be down.
I don't
Yeah.
know how my body's going to react. And I did it during the holidays because I'm a hustler and pharmaceutical sales, they shut down.
Right.
That's the best time to do it.
I can't get one right now. Right now, it's like we're hustling, but December 18th,
Right.
so in what, 2 weeks? What's today's date? December what? 6? 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This is what I can
I'm
tell
so
you
scared.
that no one told me.
Okay. Yes, please tell me.
Yeah, this is the only thing where you'll be down and out.
Okay.
And you think you're going to be all more sore near the incisions and in the
Yes,
front.
yes.
But you have to be hunched over because you slowly need your skin to stretch out so you can
Oh.
stand up. Right? Because
Okay.
they actually cut and remove skin, throw it away.
Yes.
And they
I'm
bring-
not getting a BPL.
No.
What's that?
No.
BPL,
No,
right?
BB, big
Oh,
butt.
excuse me. I already have a big butt. And why would you do
Oh,
that?
I got
because
scared. What's a BPL?
I know.
Big
Okay,
penis
okay, got it.
enlargement.
no, they put the fat. They put
I
the
was like,
fat
whoa.
in the butt.
Okay.
Haven't you seen these women like Kim Kardashian? She's shaped like a pear, and her
Yes.
stomach's very flat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's got this huge butt. She already has a big butt because she's
Yes.
Armenians and Greeks have big butts. Are you Armenian? Yes, we are cousins. Are you Armenian
No.
too?
She's just high-fiving me for a big butt.
We're cousins. We're
Hey,
cousins.
I'm Italian.
Armenians and
I have a
Greeks.
big butt.
Yeah, girl. But they put the fat from the tummy tuck and put it in your butt. And it's a very in thing right now. Misty, how do you feel about that? Because all these women that are getting the BPLs or whatever,
BBL.
when they get their tummy
She's still
tuck,
thinking about the penises.
when they get the tummy tuck, they put the fat. So that's why you see a lot of women with like pow, pow, pow.
Yeah.
But
I
what's going to happen
Or,
when that shit
or
goes
there's
out?
implants with those too.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
But tell me, give me advice.
Yeah. Well, okay. Rewind on your BBL.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It looks pretty now, right? But I
Yeah.
always just think when
But
they're 70,
That's
Yeah.
what I think.
what that's going to look like, right? They're
And
gonna
I
have
don't
to
think it's
remove-
going to be an in thing. Tummy
No.
tucks
I don't
will
even
always
know that
be
it
in.
looks pretty now, the BB. I see these girls at the gym and I'm
With
always
their
like,
butt?
is that real or did
Yeah.
she really work for that? Because
No, they didn't work for it.
No,
think-
they
Yeah.
put something in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some,
Right.
right? But no, a lot of them no. And especially when they're like obnoxiously like.
yeah,
Not-
like a shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, like let me put my glass on
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
There's
I've
that's
seen a couple. Do
Booty
you work
so
out at
big.
GB3? Do you work out at GB3?
no Planet Fitness,
Oh,
but
Planet
I
Fitness.
I don't
I see
see
them
the
at
Planis. She's got penis implants on her mind.
GB3. I see
I've-
some of the girls.
I
I'm
used
like,
to go
whoa,
there, yeah.
Whoa. So any advice? Am I
So-
going to be missing Christmas? Am I going to be December 25th? December
Is she going to be
18th?
bedridden?
Yeah.
So here's the thing, because you have to be hunched over,
Right.
and slowly you've got to get that skin to stretch up, right?
Okay.
You have major pain in your lower back. So a lot of people forget about the lower
Someone just
back.
did tell me this.
Did they give
Ice
you
packs?
something for that?
I mean, yeah, you're on something.
Yeah. I'm almost afraid to be on pain meds because I don't want to like depend on them
Right.
either.
Yeah, I had to have them like in the beginning because
Okay.
Just
I'm
give
just
me the
scared.
morphine.
it's after surgery, right?
Well,
it's like,
because I
have to
saw
have it.
that movie Dope Sick and
God,
Painkiller, and I'm like, I don't want to be
I don't
addicted
even-
to Oxy.
No, I don't think they do like that anymore. It's like Vicodin and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I mean,
Percocet.
Well, have you guys, I know, right? Have you guys had C-sections?
Yes.
No.
no.
See, I've had 2 of them. So I'm thinking, and you've had them.
I've had one.
I'm thinking it might be similar, Misty. I
So
don't
here's
know.
what I don't understand.
Yeah.
Because my friend, she had a C-section and they
Okay.
kind of tucked her back afterwards, but your doctor did not.
No, I asked him to do it.
What?
And he said no.
That's not nice.
He's a great guy, but he's old school. But I did hear there's a couple doctors in Clovis that'll do it. My friend had a baby.
Yes, like, be
she
nice.
woke up with a tuck and drains because there's
Yep,
drains.
you get drains,
right,
yep.
Misty?
Yep.
And she woke up with a tuck and drains. He tucked her.
Yeah, that's
I would
great.
have loved that. Are you kidding me?
Why not? You're there anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
It's easy breezy.
Yeah.
Oh my
If you
God.
have that kind I mean, I didn't. I went into labor and bam, there's my kid.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because
Yeah.
you didn't have a
Yeah.
C-section.
I didn't even get a epidural or
Yeah.
a snip or nothing.
Well, she told me to lose weight, and I did. I went on weight loss injections, and I lost like 15 to 20. And everyone's like, "Oh, you don't need it." I'm like, "Really? I have to show you guys though." I know this is a podcast,
No, that's fine. We can
We'll
explain.
give descriptions.
We can explain.
so see.
Just a little. It's not that bad.
Yeah, that
It's
is
like,
not
she don't
bad.
She
You don't
said the
even have that
recovery.
much fat.
She
It'll
said
be more skin.
and because I lost the weight,
You did,
And she
yep.
said, right, I'm going to tuck you and then do lipo in the back because if she tucks me, then all this shit is going to be sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
why not?
anyway.
Do it all. Why are under do
Those
it
are
all?
my Christmas plans.
It's not that bad.
Yeah,
I don't
You
think
need
it's
to
bad
get
at all.
loose Skin.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
need to
that
get, like,
she's
tan.
she's worked. You've how much weight have you lost?
like almost 20.
Yeah,
But that's a lot for a short person.
Very-
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like 4'10".
it's probably like 30 for me, right?
So I feel
Yeah.
bad about Christmas, you guys, because we usually, I'm a horrible cook. My dad is Greek and he's a chef, and I've tried so hard to be a good cook. And so here's what we usually do for Christmas, and here's what we might not do because of my tummy tuck. We usually buy Texas honey hams from the meat market, and we put it in the oven. Have you guys had one of those?
We just talked about honey baked hams.
though.
Okay, this is Texas honey hams, different company.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're at the meat market.
Well, shit.
We go to church,
Try
The
them.
one on Alluvial, the meat market.
or the other one in
Yeah, yeah,
Clovis,
yeah.
at
Okay.
Fowler.
Okay.
Fowler? Is it
yeah,
Fowler? and Alluvial?
Fowler
Like,
and whatever
Fowler
it
and
is.
Edith,
Yeah.
there's
or
one
Fowler
over-
and Shepherd.
Yes.
Fowler and Shepherd.
And Pinedale, I think
Yes.
there's one. Yeah.
There is,
Blackstone
there's-
and whatever.
There's 2
Yeah.
of them. So what we do on Christmas Eve is we go to church. We put the Texas honey ham in the oven. You have to like heat it up for like an hour or 2. And then when we come home, it's ready. We eat. My mom sometimes visits. I miss the cousins. I miss the nephews. Everyone's kind of, what am I trying to say? Like moved away and growing up. So it's usually just 4 or 5 of us really quiet. And then, Santa comes and we do the gifts. My teenager doesn't believe in Santa, but my 9-year-old does. We stay up all night wrapping. But I'm telling you guys, this year is going to be so different
It's gonna be
because
quiet.
of the tummy tuck.
Yeah.
And
You're
Wait,
gonna be
is she
a
going to
little
even be
loopy.
able to make it to church on Christmas Eve?
I know. That's a good.
That's 6 days. I mean,
I
that's not
know.
even that's not even a full week.
I don't know. I might.
I think
I might be home.
I actually think I
The whole
remember because
time.
back then it was a little different. Hold on.
how many?
Sorry,
She's
I
like,
had a cough. I know, right?
how many years ago did you get one?
Like 22 years, right?
So,
the,
it's
the
probably
drainage,
like different with the recovery, maybe too.
Yes,
I'm hoping, right?
It lasted a lot longer, and I did go places with my drainage tubes because
Okay.
I wore baggy sweats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't look nice. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I
Yeah.
was able to go because I had to go to whatever, a store or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had one after your two kids.
I did. Yeah.
But here's the thing too is, and this is not a dig on you in any
Yeah,
way,
no,
shape, or
it's
form.
okay.
You were much younger than she was
Yeah.
having it done, but it's also
yeah.
come a long way probably.
has.
So there,
Might balance out.
man,
Like medically,
that's
you're right.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I am. But being a pharmaceutical rep, I talk
Yeah.
about this a lot. I talk to a couple of people in my doctor's offices, and these women that I don't know, they're like in their 30s. Their mothers are in their 60s, and one of them, her mom, who's like 65, and her best friend, they both just got them.
For them.
And one of them,
But how was their aftermath?
so one of them is doing really well because she recovered. She did what she was told.
She followed these directions.
The other one's like me, hyper, even in her 60s.
That's me.
Out and about, and she thinks that she ripped something.
Is this a lesson to you?
Yes. No, that's why I'm very open and I'm asking about it.
Yes.
But are you going to take the advice?
Oh, I have to because that will set me back.
Yeah.
Like, can you
And then you don't
me?
want that.
No, because again, I'm a hustler. Come January, I want to be back to work, driving, seeing my doctors.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think 22 years ago, it took many weeks. I think now
it
it's a
took
lot
2 to
quicker.
3 weeks. Yeah.
All right, well, that's not bad. 2 to 3 weeks.
You're probably 1 to 2 weeks now. That would be my thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephanacy, did she do yours? Dr. Stephanacy?
No, gosh, who did mine?
Here?
Stevens, Dr. Stevens in Visalia.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
he was
also,
like known.
Okay, he's
back
also
then.
in Beverly Hills, right?
He was. I don't know if he still is.
No,
but yeah.
he is.
Michael Stevens.
I saw him.
He was great.
And the reason why I didn't go with him, because he was the nurse
God,
practitioner.
he must be old now.
Probably. The reason why I
Okay,
didn't
why?
go with him is because the next day you have to go back and forth from Visalia. And I love my husband, but he'll take good care of me.
Yeah.
He's not going to go back and forth to Visalia. He's going to be all pissed off
Yeah.
during Christmas.
He's already mad about the lights. Fucking lights, you can't help me. Now you're not
Right.
making dinner. Now I gotta fucking drive you to Visalia.
Right? You can't fucking wrap a present.
Yeah.
So
What
it's
good are
already-
you over there?
He's
So
not
anyway.
gonna get none.
I know. Oh no, not for a while, girl. So, but normally
Does he
it's
have a
church
rabbit?
presents. I know. He should. He should have one.
pocket.
Yeah, those holes. Yeah, the pussy pocket. The hole. I go like this. People can see me.
You know, Merry Christmas.
So,
Oh, you
Texas
put one of
honey
those in a
hams.
stocking.
I should.
Oh my God, that'd be so good.
My boys are gonna fucking die.
Oh my God. Well, maybe have them open it when they're already in bed.
Yeah.
Well, another tradition that I probably can do. Okay, so Christmas Eve, church, Texas honey hams. The next, or we'll go out, or we'll do the Texas honey hams the next day. I make a really cool breakfast casserole in a crock pot. My sister-in-law gave me this recipe. You guys, it's so good.
Please share.
Oh my God. I will text it to you guys. It's an old Betty Crocker when crock
I'm
pots
coming
first
over.
came. It's so good, girl. Come on.
What's in it? What's it?
Like your basic breakfast foods, but it's in the crock pot.
Like eggs, potatoes.
Eggs, potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
It is such a comfort thing. So
Yummy.
we do that after we wrap presents. And then you know what we do, you guys? We hang out and we go to a movie.
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve.
On Christmas
It's
Day.
always
No,
so-
on Christmas
Christmas
Day.
That's so
A lot
busy
of
too,
people
though.
do.
Yeah.
And the movies, you have to like literally go like onto Fandango or an app.
Yes, and buy your tickets.
You have to
Yes.
at Sierra Vista and
Yes.
Clovis to get a recliner.
Yeah.
So that's our Christmas traditions.
I love it because I had some things that I was going to ask you, but now I'm like, no, she's getting a tummy tuck.
I know.
That's her Christmas.
Mine isn't your typical story, but I told you what we usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the church. It's the Texas honey hams. Another big tradition we do since we don't have any family here, we have a big Christmas party at our house 2 weeks or a week before Christmas. This year it's going to have to be 2 or 3 weeks.
I was just going to say, so
'cause
are
of
you
the
still
tummy
going to do
tuck.
that?
And
Okay.
it's like just all of our friends and appetizers. And that's like our big, I tell people, bring your favorite recipe. And we just
Could you
like
tell them to
celebrate.
bring someone single and then invite us?
I know.
Please.
Yes.
Let's do it.
You know everybody. I'm available.
I know.
We're all available, Athena.
I know.
All of us.
So
Hello, girl.
you three are single.
Yes, that's what
Oh my
started
God.
this
Ready to
podcast.
mingle, baby.
Okay, girl. Where do you guys? Because like being a married woman, I mean, I go out with my friends all the time because you need girlfriends. Where do you guys like go out and meet people?
I don't. I work every weekend.
She works every weekend.
Do you meet people though? What do you want to
They're
say?
the
where you
age.
work
They're
or
younger
no?
than my. Oh, I work at Old Town Saloon.
Okay, so
Everyone
you
that
can say
listens
that.
knows that if they listen, but
Yeah.
everyone also knows that they're like under 30, and I'm 52. So that is not. They could bring their dad in or something. Maybe I don't know. I'm always telling these kids, and then I had one girl. She's like, "I want to set you up with my dad." Never met the man.
Oh
Didn't
my
set me
God.
up. I'm like,
oh my God.
yeah. Kendra, I'm still waiting, Kendra.
They're like, hello,
Yeah.
Kendra, set her up with your daddy.
I don't know if it's drunk talk or they really like me and they want to set me up with their
Maybe.
dad. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you
Where
ever-
did you meet your husband?
Okay, so I met my husband when I was on the radio. Remember like Elbow Room and Bulldog?
Yeah.
where
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
used to be. I was DJing. I was on the radio. I worked across the street at Palm and Shaw, Radio
Yep,
City.
yep.
And then I used to announce the bands. So one time, one of my really good friends, Rich Caglia, he's a lawyer and all this stuff. He graduated law school with my husband, and my husband just moved back because he was a baseball player, a lawyer. He wanted to move back into town. And he told Frank, who's my husband, he told Frank, I want you to meet this girl, Athena. I really want you to meet her. She's wild. She's crazy. She's fun. But he didn't tell me that he was bringing him in. So he brought him in one night at Bulldog and we just like hit it off, fell in love.
So you were set up and didn't know it.
I was set up and didn't know it. He knew it.
Yeah.
And we ended. But here's the thing. I know my husband really loves me because that was a time I was 31.
You were crazy.
I was crazy. I had my 2 DUIs. I didn't have a license. I wasn't in jail to keep myself out of jail. This is before Uber and Lyft and all that shit,
Yeah.
okay? We didn't, like in Fresno, we had maybe one taxi. So I had to wear an orange vest and work on the weekends and rake
Oh my God.
Did your husband drive by and honk?
He was he knew me when I was at the bottom of the bottom. So I know he loves me.
Yeah.
And then, obviously I tested myself. I was telling you guys off the air. I'm like, hey, I'm going to go out. I want to see if I'm an alcoholic because I'm getting these DUIs. God's trying to tell me something. So I went out and just had a beer or two. I'm like, all right, I'm wild, but I'm not that wild. I'm not an alcoholic. And we, obviously we met, got married, had kids, moved around back in Fresno, and here I am.
I love it. I love that you tested yourself too. I
Yes.
think that's what
I
people,
was worried.
Yeah, people need to have that wake up call and
Yes.
just, they don't need to announce it. They don't need to tell anybody, but just your inner self.
Yes.
Be like, you know what? I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a mocktail. I'm going to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Or just have one beer and then kind of feel, because when you're with a bunch of drunk people, it is not fun.
It's not.
When they're wasted.
No.
I don't know how you do it at your work because everyone's wasted.
I've worked there 23 years and I talk to him however the fuck I want.
Do you drink a little bit too?
No,
Because
we're not allowed.
Oh, you're not
No.
allowed.
It's
'Cause that was-
actually.
I'm going to say
it's
this.
not legal.
Don't be offended.
Oh, it's not legal.
She's a bitchy bartender.
Are you really?
Oh,
But
yeah.
you have to be tough at Old Town Saloon, all these
Well,
They look
Young-
12.
They do.
Right?
They do.
They do. And when I started, I've been
Yeah.
bartending 31 years. It was a man's world. So as a woman, you kind of came in and men
Yeah.
were running the show. So, and I still work in a place that's kind of a man's world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they still are you the only woman?
There's one more, but she only works one night a week.
Yeah.
I'm the girl that works every weekend. You know what I
Wow.
mean? So I work between 2 dudes. We have security. There's one
Yeah.
female bouncer. The rest
Yeah.
are all men. My boss is a man. His dad is a man, obviously. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my job. I love
Yeah.
my boss, but it is still somewhat of a man's world, and women have to find their way because you can be bitchy or you can get walked over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is true though about women in business.
Yeah.
That's right. Like in radio, when I was on
Yeah.
the radio, I was a total pushover.
That was a man's world.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And when I got bitchy or if I wanted the show this
You were an
way,
asshole.
I was a
Yeah.
jerk. And I don't know. There's a lot of women that are on the radio. I'm like, how are they doing it? How are they doing this? I don't know.
Because men aren't men anymore.
Right? There
Yeah,
you go.
they've bowed down a lot.
Thank God though.
Yeah, we've
It's got to be even.
we're having a little bit of a
Even.
takeover.
Yeah.
It's becoming. It was interesting. In Barbie movie, did you guys see the Barbie?
Yeah.
movie?
No.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It's a man's world and all that stuff
Yeah,
with
but
Ken.
that was so interesting how it
Will
really,
Ferrell?
it really showed how we have changed. We've come a long way since the little girls with the Barbies and how we are now. And I just loved. I know a lot of people, it was very political. A lot of people didn't like it, But I will say that it put in perspective how far we have come.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think about that.
No, I agree. It was kind of a weird movie because did you get the ending? I feel bad. Are you guys going to watch it?
Well,
I don't
yeah.
want to ruin Barbie for you. At the end, she goes, I'm going to go see my OBGYN. What the hell did that mean?
They gave her a pussy.
Oh! I was like,
No, because Barbie doesn't have one.
oh my God, I am so fucking stupid.
She's still on the baby alive that peed.
I'm so, because I
No,
was
if you-
like,
did you
why
have a
did she
Barbie
say,
doll growing
but
up?
even Shannon, yes.
Okay.
But even Shannon, our mutual friend Shannon Plumley, she and I saw it, and we look at each other, we go, I don't fucking get it.
Okay, so like
Now I get it.
yeah, there's
They
like
gave her a
no
pussy.
slit or anything.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right. It
But
was
yet
very
Ken,
like a smooth.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Right? Remember, it was like
Yeah.
it's just smooth.
Yeah.
Remember, Ken? He had a little.
He had a bump.
He had
like a bump.
He had a bump.
So that's why it's like women
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
And she went in and she spread eagle and was very happy to do so.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Me
You
too.
just now are getting it. That's so funny.
Oh my God, it took me so long.
Ever.
Well, you know what's weird though? Because Barbie, you have to see in movies, and we're talking about going to see movies on Christmas Day. Like, there's no movies coming out anymore. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
That's
I
okay.
had a hawk.
Yeah. Get one
It's
of
all
those
streaming.
fisherman things.
Yeah. It's all streaming.
Yeah,
The
it's
movies.
yeah.
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 It used to be exciting. You used to wait for a
Yes.
particular movie to come out Christmas Day.
That's why
Yeah.
it's on Christmas.
Well, I don't know how to
tradition.
stream
I don't know what's
movies,
coming
so
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea how to do it. So for me, I go to the movies still, but there's nothing out that I told my neighbor, let's go to a movie. And he's
Yeah.
like, okay. And he's like, what do you want to see? And I'm like,
Yeah.
nothing. Nothing looks good.
Nothing
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Trolls just came out.
Yeah.
Like, newer movies are coming out, I guess. But that's our tradition on Christmas Day. But my Christmas might be totally different, you guys. I might be streaming because of my tummy tuck sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ordering food from somewhere. Yeah.
Right?
No, somebody's gonna cook and serve her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Her
I'm
dad?
thinking-
And
Who?
isn't that going to be a nice change, though? For real.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably go. I'm probably going to buy something from the meat market, the Texas honey hams, and my husband will just have to follow
The instructions.
He's a very good barbecuer, you guys.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I'm that, like I said, I wish I was a really good cook or chef or whatever, like my father. I'm not because my mother wasn't good. I don't know. Are you guys good? Or do you guys
I am a great
do the
cook.
Christmas
She's really
recipes?
good.
Yeah. I love to cook.
See, that's amazing. Why don't you
But my
start?
mom was.
Why don't you start a class where you can get women
I've
like
thought
me
about it.
that don't simple. We
I've
got to keep
totally
it simple,
thought
like
about
a
that.
pot roast or something,
And-
right?
Well, we're going to put your breakfast crock pot thing.
Oh my
We're going to
God,
put that
yes.
recipe on our podcast.
Oh my God, I would love that. My
Yeah.
sister-in-law would be so excited because it was like
Definitely.
her mother, like this recipe is like
sounds
from
awesome.
the 40s or something.
Yeah, that's informative, awesome. It's traditional. I love it.
Yeah.
And I want to say the female bouncer at my work, she doesn't cook. So like we used to on Wednesdays, she would come over. I showed her how to make.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I'm going to show her how to make chicken and dumplings. I showed her how to do artichokes in the steamer. Like,
I want to learn how to do that too.
come on over, girl.
Okay, girl. When are we doing
I'll
this?
let you know. We'll
the
have
next
a cooking class.
the next podcast, bring your equipment. You're in Clovis. I'm in Clovis. Let's do it.
Just come on over. We'll make our own.
When you get yours going, this would be because we can
You
come
guys-
in your studio.
yeah, come
gossip.
into my studio
And make
Oh.
Yes. Yay, let's do
That
it.
would be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. All right, I guess we're gonna wrap.
I
this
feel so bad
up.
because Amber's very quiet over there.
No, you know what? Well, first of all, Amber was on her phone, and then something made a noise during our podcast, and then she got her hand slapped. I looked at her with a dirty look.
I was like, oops.
She's been like so quiet
Called her
over
out.
there. I'm like, girl,
I was like,
what?
that was a no-no.
It's
Damn
okay.
phone.
I know Misty's like when she's like, Athena, text me when you're here. Don't knock. You guys are like very serious, and I love it. You never know about podcasts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
My friend Matt, he's a musician. He said, Athena, you should have you never know when it's gonna. You just don't know.
Right.
It might be
It takes
huge.
time.
We
It
could
takes
blow
time.
up, and we could be touring to all the small towns with our big mouths.
See, I love it. So is that like your whole thing, small town, big mouse? And are you like gonna talk about other small towns? Mine is more like, I guess, like anywhere, because
Right.
I'm a pharmaceutical
But where
rep,
you
and
get, okay, so you travel for work.
I travel a
So
lot
you
for
get a
work.
lot of the gossip from everywhere.
I get the gossip from everywhere. So my
please
podcast is
share.
more going to
Yeah.
be like everything, like focus on, I want a woman that's driving around, maybe another pharmaceutical rep or just a mom driving around Indiana, listening to our podcast,
Right.
thinking we're all going through the same thing.
Right.
We're
Something to
moms.
relate.
Yeah, we're moms, we're kids. We could talk about Hollywood gossip. We could talk about, there's so many crazy stuff going on right now. My brother, I have a brother, and I think I mentioned my brother growing up in the restaurant. He lives in Connecticut. He's got 2 girls. One of them is 13. She wants to be a boy. So we have all that stuff going on in the world. There's so many topics that all of us are going through, you know?
Yes.
Right?
And
I have
honestly-
a teenager. Oh my God, having a teenager.
So this is
You're telling me I got 17 and 11. 11's going on 25.
So are they, I'm bad with math, 7 years?
5.5.
Okay, so mine are 7 years. 7 years. I have a 16-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
So I know it's
Oh,
hard.
she's close. That's close.
5.5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, 16-year-old, 16-year-old boys.
Yeah, but I have girls. You have boys.
I have to chime
Boys
in
are
here
easy.
because this is gonna just bounce off of what she just talked about because I literally just had this conversation.
Yeah.
So we met up with some friends. just got back from Nashville.
I saw that
Yeah,
girl. I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
your angel wings.
Woo! So last month I
Love
was
Nashville.
there visiting friends.
Yeah.
And he's a veteran. He actually was in the Navy with Ken, and so it was really cool because
Yeah.
they were very close with my late husband.
Yeah.
But they lived in Washington, so they were in Whidbey Island, right? And in Washington, there are laws. Okay, if you have a 13, 14-year-old that wants to be a boy, wants to be a girl, right?
Yes.
If
Because that's
you're-
huge right now.
It's huge. If you don't allow it, it is considered child
like abuse or something?
child abuse. And no, check this out. They can actually take the kid away
Oh my God.
and prescribe the medication.
Wow.
Okay.
How
So
old
my-
Misty? 13, 14?
So he's 14 now. He was 13 when they were
yeah, my
going
niece,
through this.
my niece is 13 right
And
now.
he was saying, ever since he's about 10 to 13, that he thought he was this way. They kind of
Yeah.
were like wondering. But check this out. Now he's 14. They moved from Washington to Tennessee.
Okay.
He's now thriving. He's with a girl. He's a boy that's with a girl. So it's like, what if in Washington...
Can you imagine if he
No.
cut off his chunk?
They took that route.
Yeah.
You're going through your changes and you don't
And
know
you don't
who you
know.
are yet.
Right.
See, okay, like
I
going
can't believe
back...
that story.
You
But
know
he's
how we were
thriving
talking
now.
about our 12-year-old self? You asked me about
Yeah.
and how girls are mean to each other.
Yes.
So my niece just turned 13, so she was 12, obviously a year ago. My brother married an Asian woman. She's from China. They met at work in New York City. She's been in this country for like 25 years. So long story short, these girls are half Asian. And during COVID and all this stuff, Asian people were being picked on a lot.
Because
of what
it came
was
from China.
happening.
Got it. I was like, whoa, where are we going?
So I don't know exactly what was happening with her, but she was having a hard time fitting in. And she fit in with I'm going to mispronounce this because I love gay people and they love me,
LBGTQ.
LBGTQ.
Yeah.
She fit in that group at her school. So now, she hasn't cut off her boobs or anything, but she tapes her boobs. She wears boy clothes. She cut her hair short. And going back to what you're saying, Misty, my brother's like, her name is Leah, and I don't know. Is that my phone?
I think it's yours.
Sorry. we'll
probably
just
your
let it go. It's my kids calling. But long story short, my brother's like, no, we got to wait till you get older. Right?
Yeah. Because they don't know. They're still
Keep on talking. I'm going to shut off my phone.
I just want to say that's my grandchild. I've never brought it up to you ladies, but that's
no way.
my son has a child. She was born a girl. She doesn't want to be a boy, but she dresses like a boy. Her hair is short. She goes by a boy's name now. So, and it's just
How old?
13. But it's my friends' kids tell me, oh, it's just because that's it's really popular right now to be that, to be
It
like
is.
that.
Right.
Junior high is horrible.
But the thing
Yes.
is, too, is it totally brought her out of her shell. She was in a shell, and now and I feel
Is
like
she
it's-
dressing like a boy?
she
I missed
does.
part of the conversation.
Yes, but
Okay.
I don't feel like I feel like it's because she's free to be however she wants to be, and no
Yes.
one is giving her a bad time.
Yeah, non-binary is
Yes.
what they're calling it.
Yes.
Yep.
There's like pronouns
Yes.
now,
that
non-binary.
shit drives me nuts.
Yeah. Because it's hard to
The
keep track
pronoun
of.
thing,
There's just a
yeah.
lot.
The pronoun thing is
Listen, though,
crazy.
if she's happy,
Exactly.
I don't know if my niece is truly happy. I'll have to ask my brother. But going back to what Misty was saying, what if my brother said, do what you want, and then she's gonna regret it.
Right.
So right now she's like your this is your granddaughter?
My grandchild.
Your grandchild. So your grandchild and my niece, if they're like happy and they're fitting in, I think it's okay right now.
Right.
But what if she wants to like cut off everything and become a true boy? Like, when is that
I
age?
think that
When do you decide?
I think that they should
Very
wait until they're
controversial.
after 18.
So do I.
because,
An adult.
Yeah.
18.
21 to 25.
That's fine
Yeah.
too, but you can't make
Yeah.
decisions like that now
At least
to me.
18. At least.
At least 18
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Keep
This
us-
might get us in hot water because
No.
a lot of people do not agree with what we're saying here.
Hey,
You know
yeah.
that.
you
It's
can
okay.
be whoever you want to be,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
I don't think that shit should happen to kids.
Right.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, I agree with you on that. So I told him, and he said to her, he's like, my poor brother, he's like heartbroken, but he's like,
But
do
you
you
try to be
like girls?
supportive.
Yes, because they're
yeah.
like liberal. They're very open about that kind of stuff. So he said to her, do you want to be with a girl? And she said, no, Dad, I just like this group and I'm fitting in. So that it's like your grandchild. If they're happy and they're fitting in, why not? But don't make any changes. I agree with Amber.
Because I think it's
Yeah,
going to be
as
a
long as
whole.
they're happy.
18 to 25-ish.
It's also going to be a whole new world once they get to high school.
Right.
That's
Oh my
all
God,
going
yes.
to change. This is middle school. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very young.
I try and think of like myself having, trying to make a decision like that when I was that age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone should have, that's why I say 25 because I did
I was
stupid
boy
shit.
crazy in junior high.
I was too, but what if I wasn't? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would I have wanted to do all these things and then like cut my tits off for no fucking reason? And I don't mean to sound like that, but you know what I
No,
mean?
I
And
know.
then
And then when
later-
you get older,
Yeah.
you're going to be pissed that you
Yeah.
did that. Oh my God. And all the money, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
I always
a whole
liked
other
boys,
program.
but I was like a tomboy. Back then,
Yeah.
skating
Yeah.
and being mod was
Yeah.
popular. So I had like a chopped hair and
No
I
way,
wore baggy
Misty.
sweats and I skated.
I love it.
I rode bikes with the boys, but I liked boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
was into
But you were one of the boys. To
I
them.
was.
Yeah.
I was one of the
So
boys.
was I. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's cool. But I think in today's age, it's like the world finally accepted women being with women, guys being with guys, are getting married and all that. And now it's like this whole other level.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I know.
on that note, I think we should wrap it up.
And this is going into
Amber
Christmas. This is
speaks.
going into Christmas.
I know.
Wait, let's do our Hail Marys. Name the Father, Son, and Holy
Lord,
Ghost.
forgive me.
Amen.
I know. Look, hey, Merry Christmas, you guys. My Christmas is definitely going to be different with my tummy tuck. Please send me lots of good thoughts and prayers. And, hopefully the next time when I'm on the air with you, I'll have a new stomach.
Yeah.
And we'll
I
be
can't wait to
making
see it.
food. We're going to make food.
We can't
That's right,
wait
girl.
to be on your podcast too.
Yes, I want you guys on mine. You
Yes.
have to come over.
Do you have a launch date?
January 7th, Monday, January 7th. Athena Goddess. I don't even know my own name. Athena Goddess of Gossip.
Who
Goddess of
started this
gossip.
for you?
Okay, so I started my own podcast, and I was going to be, "Hey girl, it's Athena." And I wanted my own podcast like ever since all this stuff started years ago. And then my friend said, "No, Athena Goddess of Gossip is better because that is your moniker and no one else has it." So
And it's catchy.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I had like a
cute.
couple friends helping me, but it was more like me, like,
No, that is you.
hey,
You got to keep that. Yeah.
So I'm the one that started it. I went to Guitar Center totally by myself, and I looked at this guy. He was like this hot looking. He was mixed. He was like African American and white. And I'm like, ooh, this guy is hot. Tattoos. He was a musician.
Oh, I gotta go check it out.
I
Walk
went to
around
be single.
Guitar Center.
And I was
one
asking
was
him,
this?
I know. I think there's only
Blackstone.
one on
On
Blackstone.
Blackstone.
And I
Yeah.
walked in and I said, what should I buy if I'm starting my own podcast and I want to do some radio commercials? And he was very, very intelligent. He's a musician. And I said, do you do this on the side? And I paid him like $250 to come in and set up my studio. And then my neighbor behind me knows how to do a podcast. So he came over and he helped me do the podcast stuff.
How does he
so
know?
I just
Does he
did
have
this.
one?
He's a tech guy.
Oh, okay.
So he works at companies
Okay.
and he goes in and he sets up their websites and he knows how to do the podcast stuff. So he just got me started and now I just have friends coming over and I'm taping because I don't know how my body's going to react with a tummy tuck. So I'm having them come in and we're just going to launch it in January and hopefully I'll have a bunch of episodes that will take me through a couple months.
But how
Oh, that'll
are
be
you
good.
editing?
So I'm not editing
Have
at all.
you listened to anything you recorded?
Nope. Maybe I'll
Head of engineering over here.
Listen, Amber.
I know
Head
nothing.
of no, Amber. You know what I think I'm gonna do, and it all
Hire
depends.
Amber?
Yeah, I should. No. I was thinking, when I'm down and out with my tummy tuck, I'm gonna put it on the laptop because I
play around.
I have the software and everything. You guys have a totally. I love your setup. You have a remote thing and all these mics. Mine is totally different, so that's why you guys got to come over and I'll show you mine. You show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go into our heat and wave to wrap this up.
Yeah, and we're gonna explain this too. So
Okay.
So Nikki, go ahead
Heat and
and
wave.
show her what our heat and wave is. What is your heat?
So I don't really have a heat.
I have a heat.
I don't have a heat. My God, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
I'm heating up in my
What is your
vagina.
wave?
My wave is I'm still on a high from my trip up and down the California coast that I only made halfway. And I just want to tell everyone, if you are from California or not from California or have been here or not been here, you definitely need to take a drive down the coast. It is beautiful and serene and rugged. And we went to Bixby Bridge, which is it's in a lot of car commercials. And we went
It's up by Big Sur.
I was
Yes.
just gonna say Big Sur.
we went when the sun was
Yeah.
coming down, and I
Beautiful.
took the most beautiful, stunning pictures.
You gotta post pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
On your new phone?
it's new to me.
Well, and I would say maybe your heat is the damn roadblock.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that. So
that's kind of old
yeah,
news, but-
it is old news. But yeah, it pissed me off. We GPS in my car. I have a 2024, and I thought it's got to be up to date, right? Right? The fucking freeway's closed after. We're 22 miles from the closure, and my car's make a U-turn whenever possible. And I'm
my
like,
God.
are you
That
fucking
sucks.
with me, bitch, right now? So I fucking turn around, and then this
Oh my
stupid
God.
bitch takes me and tries to take me back on the same road to go back. Yeah, I was so pissed.
Was
I'm
this past Big Sur in Monterey in that area?
it's after Carmel, but
Yeah.
you
'Cause I have to
you
go
drive
there for
across the
work a lot.
Bixby Bridge,
Yes.
and then you kind of go weave into Big
Yes.
Sur, and it's right after Big Sur. The freeway's closed, and it has been for a while. So it wasn't like this stupid tramp didn't know. I'm talking about my car right now. Sorry.
I'm like, are
I
you
just get
talking about your
angry.
car or
Yeah.
the GPS lady?
Both of them.
She's like, turn left, stupid.
Yeah. I wish she would. Listen here. Yeah, but I was like, we're 22 miles away. You should have known this already.
Yeah, so a lot of times I'll do my car and my phone.
See,
just to
I
have
just-
it backup.
You know
I just
what?
wasn't even thinking
to
about
get
it.
to
That
Misty's
seems to
house
be the
and to
way.
Bass Lake, my GPS was leading me on 168, but I live here. I know to go straight down Herndon to get to 41.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the GPS was having me go around in circles. I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I even... Anyway, I'm sorry.
I think
Your
someone's
trip
up there
sounds amazing.
looking down on us going, oh, I'm going to just fuck with her. Let's make her. Yeah.
Right? But it sounds like your trip was amazing.
It was
girl.
it was amazing. And the pictures were beautiful. And that was my heat and my wave at the same time. Thank you for the reminder so I could get mad all over again at my car.
So that's basically what we do is the heat. We're from the valley, right? We get heat waves.
Yeah.
So our heat is what makes us mad, and our wave is woo, what makes us happy.
I love it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So my heat and wave, my heat would be that for some reason, my phone is having trouble sending messages, or it's it shows that it sends, but then it doesn't send. I have to click on it again.
Sounds real
Ever
familiar.
since I
That's
got
why
back
Amber's
from
on her phone the
Mexico.
whole time.
So I don't know what that's about, but I would say my wave for the upcoming holiday is that my Raiders group, we all decided to do the adopt the foster kids through Kids Casa.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
So you could pick a kid if you're interested. I could show you
Yeah.
before you leave.
Yeah.
And then I'm collecting gifts by the 14th, and we will drop them
Oh my
off.
God.
Yeah,
The 14th of
December.
Okay. Whoa.
Are you
I got a
talking
little
about
scared.
the Raiders, as in the Las Vegas Raiders?
Well, it's a Raiders chapter
Yeah.
for the Central Valley. Raider
That's
Nation
really
Wrecking
cool.
Crew. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to tell you my Raiders story.
Are you a
before
Raiders fan?
Well, I wasn't until I went to a Raiders game.
Right?
My
Hello?
son's a Patriots fan. I'm from New England. We went to the New England and Raiders game a couple months ago, and my friend Shannon, Misty and I are really good friends with this girl,
Hey,
Shannon.
Shannon.
And we love you, Shannon.
Plum fun.
And she lives in Vegas, so she came to see me and my son. And at Mandalay Bay, Oh my God. I met all these characters, the gorilla guy, the raider girl, and this other thing. And I'm like, I think I'm a Raider fan.
Yeah,
My brother's
we
like,
bring the fun.
we had
They
so
call it
much
coming
fun.
to the dark side.
I know.
Come to the dark side.
Have you been
little
to a Raiders
girl.
game at Allegiant Stadium?
Oh yeah, I went to the Raider Niner game.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Anyway, sorry.
So
I
please
interrupted
post
you.
that link,
Yes.
Amber, for our audience so they can
Yes.
donate and sponsor, whatever. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right.
What's
so,
your heat and wave, girl?
I know, my heat and my wave. Okay. So my heat during the holidays is, and this is crazy because I've always been so like festive. I've always decorated. I go all out. I have, Santa lights, all of it, right?
Yep.
This year, I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just feeling about the work it's going to take. And I was like, well, I can hire somebody, and then that's costly, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I'm going to be the dark house? I don't want to be the dark house,
Does your street get all crazy with
yeah,
lights?
out here, everybody, it's lit.
So cool.
It's
I
lit.
love it.
And so it's just tough because my late husband, he was very festive, and he'd get out there and he'd do all that. And so I was the one that would like take him out a beer, or take him a coffee,
That's
or take
like
him
my
out breakfast.
husband, yeah.
And while he's doing it all, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just not
You need a
feeling it.
Tia. You need a Tia.
Well, but I have this. Okay, hello, my son in there. I have a 23-year-old Jackson.
Yeah.
And everybody goes, but you got Jackson. No, I wish. I
Yeah.
wish.
To
He
bribe him.
doesn't.
I know.
He doesn't
the
get
kids
into the
are just different.
23,
too.
but 23-year-old boys,
Yeah.
men, they're not gonna. They don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know one 23-year-old that would do that. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know. Did you decorate last year?
So I had a person I was hanging out with, and he did. Yes.
Okay. Ah,
I'm single.
Okay.
So-
well, last
Well,
year
you better
had
go find
someone.
your
Yeah.
Christmas guy.
I've always had somebody.
Well,
Yeah.
if
That's what's
Athena
crazy.
would
This year's
just
the
invite
first
us to that party, maybe we could meet someone.
I know. Yes.
I will, girl.
So
right,
my
ladies, go.
my wave is, well, I'm just gonna say it because I looked at my phone. To Jonna Privet, she goes, love your podcast. The name and the logo are fire.
Oh,
Thank you, girl. She just posted right now on my Facebook.
Aw,
That's
that's sweet.
so cool.
Yeah.
So you guys already have fans. This is amazing.
Just so you know, on Facebook, I already follow you.
Yeah.
So shame on you.
Okay, I'll follow you, girl. I'll follow
I'm sorry.
all of
I
you.
don't mean to throw stones at you.
No, listen.
Poor girl, when she
I
walked
drive-
in, you must not be listening.
I know,
Look.
listen. No, and I'm so excited because all I do is drive for my job.
Yeah.
So now I can
Yeah.
listen. But I'm really bad with social media these days because all I do is drive.
She's not
And
a big
it's so-
poster. I can say, because we're
It's-
friends. And She
yeah.
doesn't do a lot on there.
Like
No.
I'll post, but I don't I'm not commenting a lot because I drive so much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, tune in.
Wait. What's your heat and wave?
Oh, okay. So heat means like beef, right?
Yeah.
You're getting
Yeah, or-
irritated.
Yeah.
Amber has to sneeze. I could tell.
I'm
You-
good. I'm gonna. Hold
Okay, you know what bothers me, you guys, about there's little things about the gym. You guys are at not GB3, Planet Fitness. There's little things about the gym that have been bothering me. There's so little. There's bigger things in life. But when someone's on a piece of equipment and they're sitting there and they're fucking falling asleep or texting,
Taking selfies.
and you're waiting to use there's people at the gym have no respect.
No etiquette.
They don't wipe down the equipment. They're
I go up to them. I've had that. They're on their phone.
You
just
actually
sitting,
go-
I do. I actually do.
hey, I want to say, hey, are you done with that?
I know, you go up and go, can I work in with you? And they're like, oh, I'm almost done. And then you stand and wait.
work in with you?
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to work in with them.
No. They
they're
wrap
on-
that shit up real quick.
Or they're on their phone.
Yeah.
And they're walking around. I'm like, aren't you here to freaking work out? But I know it's a social
That's why
thing.
I left GB3. That is
Right?
exactly why.
I mean, I'm like, really? Is it really? And then wave. Oh my God, there's so many waves. It's Christmas. I'm grateful.
have a new body.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a new body. Frank is putting up the lights. I have
Rub it in.
my health,
Shout out,
my
Frank.
kids. I'm getting a laser treatment on my face. I got all kinds of stuff coming
Yeah,
up.
girl.
Life is good, and I'm very going back to what I do. I have a company car, and I'm just so grateful for what I have. I'm really, really grateful, and I'm grateful that you guys invited me. So I love you, ladies.
Yay.
And then
for
you can go
coming.
on my show.
And to all of our listeners, please subscribe, rate us, comment,
Yes, please
share. We are on all of the platforms, social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, you name it, we're on it. And then we are streaming wherever you stream, including Apple, Spotify, Buzzsprout, yeah.
If you go to buzzsprout.com and search for us, you'll be able to click on any link that plays podcasting.
Okay.
So it's like a
One-stop shop.
Yep, one-stop shop.
I'm excited to listen, you guys.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming again, Athena, and
Thank you for inviting me.
the audience for listening.
All right, Roger that.
Roger that.
Roger that.
Roger that.